Hey everybody, this is TurwaithionX and we're back and it is holiday ops time in World of Tanks. I've been doing a lot of stuff this year, from Trackmania World Tour to World of Tanks competitive gameplay with tournaments, maneuvers and all of that jazz. But we are back and we are in World of Tanks and we're going to be opening today 160 holiday ops large boxes. And then I will then be playing those tanks, which I do get on stream this evening, to then check him out and then probably post some highlights of those on YouTube as well and give you guys a bit of a tank review of how they are going. So without further ado, we are starting off. We're going to be opening them one at a time for the first 10 boxes, and then after that we are going to be opening them 5 at a time to get through it a little bit faster. As you can see, I have started. This is my first roll. I did accidentally press the button once, but hey, here we go, starting off with 750 gold, and let's see what we can get. With any luck, I can get myself one of the tier 10s and a few of the tier 9s, but to be honest, all the tanks look pretty good. It is just a tier 8 that is a little bit more 50-50. Anyway, starting off 750 gold, we get a few resources. Not a horrible roll, so let's see what we get for these first few boxes. I'm going to try and keep a bit of a counter up as well. We get one of the low tier tanks on our second roll. I will make a little bit of a note of that. I mean, it's going to be quite easy to get these low tier tanks. 250 gold as well. Garage slot, just what I always wanted for those low tier tanks. What do we get now? 250 gold, not a particularly good roll. 250 gold is the basic amount of gold that you can get a premium day, which we already have so much of. The last time I spent money this game was on holiday ops boxes last year, and I still have well over 300 days of premium. This one, Christmas tree color, is always nice, but really it's just cosmetic, not a particularly good roll again. 500 gold, not a hell of a lot in that box, but it's better than 250. We get an extra 250 gold on top of that at least. And then the Skoda T15 Ace. So we have a second low tier tank on our 6th box. Getting the low tier tanks nice and early is always good to get the extra gold compensation later on. We can get all of those low tier ones out of the way. That would be not too bad. 500k credits, always nice if you're in need of credits, which with the new tier 11s all coming out, I guess pretty much everybody is, at least to some extent. The Rheinmetall Big Leiterwagen, another low tier tank on our 8th box, I believe it is. The 7th box, I don't even know. I'm going to say our 8th. I think it's our 8th box. And a T115. So that is, we've only got one more low tier tank to go, and we're only like less than 10 boxes in. Okay, our 10th box, what do we get? Nothing particularly good. Hopefully, we can keep it going. And actually, I'm going to go back to the large boxes. We're going to open them in 5s now. Remove that animation and see what we can get. Speed the process up a little bit. Cromwell A. That is our last low tier tank. And our first 3D style on the 13th box as well. Okay, opening 5 more. We have all the low tier tanks within 11 boxes. That is phenomenal. 7 days of premium. None of these are particularly good. Just low gold rounds. Like low gold rolls, low premium rolls. I would like to start off with one of the high tier tanks soon. 500 gold. We get another FCM. And we get the Kunze Panzer style. First 3D style. Let's go. I have lost track of how many boxes we're in. I think this is our 15th box for the Kunze Panzer style. Very cool style with a little owl on front and the owl at the top. We'll most certainly be looking forward to using that one. So that is on our 25th box. What am I saying? Our 25th box. And then the FCM double up was on our 24th box. Cross fingers we can get one of the high tier tanks before the bad luck prevention kicks in. We do have another Skoda T15A on our 30th box. So that does give us a few more. Again, nothing. I mean, 7 days of premium, 750 gold. So we're getting slightly better rolls, but still no high tier tank, which is a bit of a concern. You do want to try and pump those out early if you can. Better gold rolls again. But to finish off the first set of boxes, leading up to our 40th box, and again, better gold rolls. But we have 40 boxes in, and we have had no high tier premium tank. With 160 boxes, I'd be expecting on average to be getting at least 4. 3 is the minimum that you're going to get. 4 would be average luck. And I would honestly, with the 6 there, you would hope for more than 4. So, on to the next set of boxes. Let's see what we get. Another R35 on our 40, what is the math, 44th box. Getting a few of those. It is the lowest tier tank of being a tier 2 tank, so it doesn't give too much gold. Even just a good roll for 750 there. Lots of these 100k credits and 250k, or 250 gold rolls, I should say, as well as the 1 day premium. They are not very, there we go again, lots of these ones around. And our first tank just before the bad luck prevention kicks in. I think on our 48th box. What are we going to get? Really curious to see if we get the tier 8. That'll be our most, I think our highest chance will be getting the tier 8. But let's see. That looks like a Project Louis tier 9 on our 48th box. I am really looking forward to trying this one. It was in terms of my tier list of the boxes that of the tanks that I wanted to get. This would be second for me behind the Cocodrillos. So yeah, I'm really excited about that on our... Oh, wait, that wasn't our... That was our bad luck prevention. That was our bad luck prevention. Of course it was. Okay, we are 50 boxes in. We have used our bad luck prevention this time. Hopefully we can get on a bit more of a roll. We have the Rheinmetall Panzerwagen skin. A very cool looking skin. Very much in the line that they have been thinking recently with some of the foresty camouflages that we've had through the battle passes. Like with the E50 and the Type 71 and those sorts of tanks. But I do like the look of the skin. First time the RHM has had a skin, so pretty cool. And yeah, 500k credits for that one as well. Not too shabby, but we're getting there. Need some more. Oh, this is not good. 4 in a row, not very good at all through there. Let's hope, cross fingers for a high tier premium. Another Skoda T15. And the BZ75 style as well. So we're definitely getting these styles early. I don't mind that. These styles are cool. I don't currently use the style on my BZ because I really dislike the shredder style that it got. But that's just my personal preferences. I know there's a lot of people who like it. BZ75 style there as well is awesome. So we are... How many boxes through are we? And another R35. Okay, we are... How many boxes through are we? We must be... We've used 40 there. We've used 25 here. So we are 65 boxes through. And we have the BZ style on box. I think it was 64. We had the... Another Skoda on box. 62. We are slowly getting some gold compensation for those low tier ones. But we still very much need these high tier tanks. So, cross fingers. We can get a few more of these. Cromwell A on our 70th box. Another one of those. Awesome one to get. And it's got some really good gold compensation, that little tank over there. 500 gold. Lots of 250 gold rolls again. 3 days of premium though. We are getting a few of the 3D attachments. 7 days prem. Not that I need it, to be fair. Back to large boxes. We're 80 boxes in. We only have 1 tank and it was on our bad luck prevention. So, yeah, really getting quite unlucky so far. The very first time I got boxes as well was like this. I got 1 tank. I bought 80 boxes. I got 1 tank and it was the BZ75 on the, not the 75, the 176 on the bad luck prevention on the 50th box. And pretty much my first 80 boxes, I'm halfway through and it's been similar luck, which is... It seems to be about right for me with this game, is I don't tend to get particularly lucky. Look at this. This is horrible. It's all the same. And it's like the minimum rolls that you can get. That's not good at all. 750 gold at least, but again, another 5 pretty shocking rolls. Let's go to T15 at least on this one. 950 gold. Oh, we get another tank, finally. It's not our bad luck prevention. It's not quite our bad luck prevention. Let's see what we get. Cross fingers, it's a good one. Could be the tier 8, could be the tier 9s. We've got 2 tier 9s left and 2 tier 10s. That is the tier 8. The Street 6. Or is that TBT? No, it is a TBT. Oh my lord. They look sort of similar apparently. Oops. And a T115 as well. So we got 3 tanks in these, 4 tanks in these rolls. What on earth is this? So let's have a look at this. We have, how many boxes are we through? We are currently 95 boxes through. And we had on our 91st box a Skoda T15. We had on our 93rd box a TBT. I'm looking forward to that actually. I quite like that line of tanks. So we had a T115 on our 94th box. And then on our 95th box, another Skoda T15A. So definitely a lot better rolls in there. So hopefully we can keep that going and get a few more high tier tanks getting pumped out. Realistically, I have 160 boxes. I need to have a bad luck prevention before the 110th to guarantee myself the 4th tank. I need to get a tank before the 110th. T15 on, and a Begleitswagen as well. 1250 gold. That is really, really good. We are 102 boxes for that T115. We're getting a lot of T115s and we're getting a lot of Skodas as well. So Begleitswagen, that's only the 2nd time we've had that after getting it first on box 8. It has taken us almost 100 boxes to get another one. Let's go to T15. There we go. There's another one. Another... Wait, is that 2 boxes in a row? That's incredible. Skoda T15 and the Skoda T15. And another... Getting tons of low tier tanks here. Look at this. Skoda T15. Skoda T15. 2 boxes in a row. Then 2 boxes later, another T115. And then another Begleitswagen after just mentioning that I hadn't been having many of them. So the problem that I have now is I need to get lucky because we've opened 110 boxes and I've only got 2 premium tanks or two high tier tanks. Haven't had any tier 10, haven't had the tier 8 or we're guaranteed to get at least another one. But if I come out of this with no tier 10s, that would be very disappointing. I know a lot of people who have been having all the tanks got within 60 boxes. So cross fingers on that one. It's a really cool style for this CS. I'm looking forward to using this one as well. Very, very neat style. That was on our 120th box. So we have 40 boxes to go. We have 40 boxes to go, and we have currently only 2 high tier premiums or high tier tanks. We have the Project Louis and the TBT. Hopefully the magic boxes can be magical for us. And give us a bit of luck and give us at least 2 more high tier tanks. Begleitswagen, okay, a bit more compensation, always good. That was on our 126th, 5th, wait, yes, 126th box. Cross fingers, we can get another tank in here. We get a 3D attachment, and a Skoda T15 again. Getting a lot of Skoda T15s on, again, another 2 boxes in a row for the Skoda T15s. It's actually wild how many of those we are getting. Okay, the Shah Future style. It is the last one that we need. The last one that we need. I didn't get the last style for the Shah Future, so it'd be cool to actually have one now on this tank. Very nice. That was on our... Yeah, okay, and another Begleitswagen. We've got 20 more boxes and we still only have 2 tanks. That's not good. That's not good. Oh, okay. As I mention, as I say that, let's cross fingers for one of the tier 10s. Let's cross fingers for one of those. Gives us... Look, we've got about 20 boxes to get another one. That is the BZT-70. Awesome. Cool. So we get a tier 10. Love to see that. Love to see that. So we have the BZT-70. Finally, a little bit of luck getting one of the tier 10s. That was on our 143rd box. So, yeah. Wait, I've miscalculated this on my notes. Okay. 15 more boxes. What are the chances we can get one more tank? It's definitely possible, but getting another Begleitswagen. I was saying I wasn't getting many of them. 1250 gold and massive. Saying I wasn't getting many, and as soon as I said that, we started to get heaps of them. It's actually the second lowest tier tank. I don't know why I want that one. More Skoda T50s yet again. That is incredible. Okay, we have literally 5 more boxes. We have 5 more boxes. So on our 151st box, we got a Skoda T50. We currently have... How many Skoda T50s have we have? Had 9 Skoda T50s. That is incredible. So we're going to open the last 5 one by one and hope, cross fingers, that we get another tank, because only 3 high tier tanks is actually really quite unlucky in 160 boxes. See what we get. Open them one by one. Nothing in this one. Very, very ordinary roll. Apart from the 3D attachment, these are nice. I think we're looking for a blue Clovis that opens up maybe. I think the gold one is just your standard. We're getting lots of 100k credit rolls as well. 3 more boxes. Let's see what we get. $500,000 credits is a bit better, but again, only the base gold. So we're hoping for 3D attachment, isn't it? No, it's a tank! We got a tank! We were at the end, so our luck is even. That is incredible at the end. Still chance for one more, I guess, but thank God we got 4. Let's see what we got. It is the tier 8. It is the tier 8. Cool to have it. We're now only missing the Crocodilo and the Jagdpanzer E90. And we have, how many boxes do we have left? 1. So that was on our 159th box. Can we get one more in the last one? No, we can't. No, we can't. That's unfortunate, but 2 boxes to go. At least my luck was fairly even. At least my luck was fairly even. So let's have a look at the stats. From 160 boxes, we got 30 tanks. We got 30 tanks. We got the BZT as the only tier 10. We got 2 tier 9s, being the Project Louis and the TBT, which were probably the ones I wanted, to be honest. The Jagdpanzer E90. I mean, it looks cool, but I could also just go and play like a WZ 111 GFT or something like that and have a similar effect. The Strid 6er, interested to try it out. It'll be a good crew trainer for my Swedish medium tanks. And all of those lanes I will have crews for, which is amazing. We got the T115. We got that 5 times. We got the Skoda T15A 9 times. We got the Cromwell only twice, to be fair. And then the Renault FCM, we only got that 3 times. And then the Begleitswagen, we got a total of 6 times over. So yeah, 21 compensated pieces, all the low tier ones. We got all 5 3D styles. We got 103 days of premium. Feels a little low. 70,000 gold does feel good though, because we did get so many of those low tier tanks and only 7.3 mil creds. It feels a little bit on the low side, to be completely honest. So, not a bad haul. Fairly average luck in terms of the tanks, but at least we did get one of the tier 10s. I think the... Let's have a look. Let's go find this BZT. Let's go find this BZT. I think I'm looking forward to trying this one out. It does look like a very, very interesting tank. I'm a little bit disappointed not to get the Cocodrillo. That was probably the tier 10 that I would have preferred, but that is going from more of a competitive standpoint in the game, and the fact that I do play a fair bit of the competitive side. I do really enjoy my medium tanks, so the Cocodrillo would be probably my tank of choice there. But the BZT does look absolutely brutal. having 850 average alpha damage on a tier 10 heavy with 1200 average damage on its HE with 90, a very good 90 millimeters pen, makes it feel like a harder hitting type 5. Maybe that's the way you're thinking about it, although I don't know how the survivability is. Only 2300 HP for a tank this big and slow and heavy is actually really very much on the low side. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be playing these tanks on stream, so really interested to see how they all go and see what you guys think of all of the tanks and get your opinions of it as well. I'll upload this video, and yeah, look, come and join in the fun. That's where I do most of my stuff on Twitch these days. I don't really do a whole lot on YouTube, but there should be some more highlights coming out of these tanks for the loot boxes. Well, I'll put this video up, and I'll also put the highlights and probably a bit of a review on each of the tanks that I have received. Now, if you're wondering where to find my Twitch, go to twitch.tv/TurwaithionX or go click the link down in the description. That's where you're going to find me. But for now, really interesting lot of tanks that we have. I think they're all going to be quite interesting to play, quite competitive, without being broken OP. I think they are all balanced in some respects at least. So yeah, looking forward to trying them out and seeing what you guys think. Let me know down in the comments, and I shall catch you all on my stream tonight. Go check it out. See you then.